Good morning and welcome to the pre-market live show. It is Friday, November 22nd. Let's see how the heat map just changed over. And the only thing it did was make NVIDIA, Google, and Meta kind of red, and everything else is pretty much gray except for Lily, LLY. But yeah, it doesn't look like a whole lot going on just yet, but it will change. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll go through and look at our Jolie's jumpers. How about that Yang moving up towards that $90 this morning? Looking really good there. So doing exactly what we thought it was going to do. And it's at 84.71. And yesterday it was at 79.03 where it closed. So it gapped up over $5 right there. And it looks good. We've been talking about it getting closer to that 90, and it's trying to do it there. So we like that. And let's go ahead and look and see what our Jolie's jumpers are doing. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice, so always do your due diligence. How is everybody this morning? I hope we have a great Friday. Going into the weekend, like I said, a short week next week with Thanksgiving on Thursday. So we will be keeping an eye on everything. But here we go. Let's get rocking and rolling here. Let me hop in and see what our Jolie's jumpers are up to. Let me find them. I know they're not too far off. Hold on. There they are, I think. Hold on. There they are. AGFY. Actually, you know what? I was just looking at this morning without even looking at it on the list right there. And this thing's been crazy. It's a cannabis company. I've talked about it before. I've done videos on it for my High on Wall Street. So I know I've mentioned it. And yeah, this thing went ballistic. And I honestly did a video right after it split. It split back on October 8th for 1 for 15. And the next day it was down at 274. And it was that's where it's pretty much its low. It might have gotten down, yeah, about 274. It's at $36 right now. Yesterday it jumped up to about 38.76, and it's just cruising up at the top right there. And that is AGFY, Agrify Corp. And again, I'm familiar with it because it's a cannabis company, and I've done videos. You can see them on my YouTube page. And I know I've been slacking this week again. I'm telling you, I edit all the videos and I just forget to upload them. So I have to do that today. Obviously, do like almost most of the week. I was did some of it, I think. And but yeah, I'll get that. And I'm telling you, I'm gonna get it live streamed, so I don't have to worry about that anymore, and you guys could see it live, so that'll work out even better. But yeah, AGFY, go on the YouTube page, look at the High on Wall Streets, and you will definitely see. I went over it right after it split. I did a story. I've done it a few times, so I update it on there. And there we go, BENF. This one popped up this morning as well. We had looked at this not long ago. Someone mentioned it yesterday to me on Stock Twits. I remember we looked at it back on November 15th because it went nutty, 151 to 311 that day. And yesterday it did go 79 to 120, and then this morning 112 to 128. It's at 106 right now, and it did hit some resistance up there, or it's hitting it. So it might still be setting up to get moving, but we have to see how today's going to open. As a matter of fact, let's see if the heat map did anything. It still didn't do anything. So it's just sitting there where NVIDIA, Google, and Meta are a little red, and everything else is just kind of sitting there. Apple looks like it might be up a hair, and we'll go through all them bad boys in a few moments. Let's look at these Jolie's jumpers and that BITO. Bitcoin's about to hit that 100,000, and this thing is in the top. It's probably going to hit the 100,000 and come down, because I'm telling you, this thing's in the top. I wouldn't be chasing it, and Bitcoin is way up there. So be careful chasing them as well. But again, they are running up like crazy, and it'll just pull back to set up to go higher. That's all it's going to do. But you don't want to be buying it while it's at the top and about to retrace, because then you could get it at a way better price and not have your money tied up. So that is your Bitcoin, and we will go through our crypto as well. BKYI. Let's see what this one's up to this morning. BKYI is popping up here, 83 to 97, and it's sitting at 97. It's curling up. BioKey International. This one looks really good right there. So keep an eye on that one. BKYI. How about our Blink charging? Let's see what that's doing, because it's going to start curling up again and get moving. And let me just take a look at it. BLNK. Let me type it in here. There we go. It's at 52 cents yesterday, and it's down there at the bottom, going to start curling up. Yesterday was probably that bottom 148. I think we already said that. And yeah, it's going to start curling up, guys, and moving towards that 185. It's in the 152 right now, and that's Blink Charging Company, BLNK, and BTCS. Let's see it. That is no, it was at 377. And again, these that one was pulling out of the base or the base. I say that thing every time. Out of the top. And we just have to see as it crawls down. Today it don't look bad. It's at 378. It got up to 386. It was pulling back yesterday. And it might be trying to crawl back off the MACD. It might not even get down that far. So I'll keep an eye on it and see what it wants to do. It's like right there where it can kind of do anything. And on a Friday, I'll keep an eye on it. I wouldn't be jumping into it at the moment. I would make sure I know what direction it goes for that one. Same thing with BTCT. It's up to 1809. I mean, we were way early on this thing and it's up there still in the top, just cruising around. But again, be careful because it's in the top. There's no reason to be chasing it up there unless you know it's about to go popping up higher, and then you keep it as a momentum real quick. But yeah, BTCT way up there, and we were early. That's the way we like to get them way early and let them run way up. And then just take your profits and move on. So CERS, let's see what that's doing this morning. Here we go. CERS kind of just pulling back. It was moving yesterday. Is that today's date? Yeah. Oh no, yesterday's date. So it was moving 2 days ago. But this bad boy is setting up. Your 20 and 50 are getting met up right there. And you're gonna see a pop off. Has a bunch of weird looks. This one's a good one to keep an eye on right there. CERS. And how about CRNC? And let's see what that's doing because it looked like it really popped up there yesterday. CRNC. And it did. It popped up there yesterday. It ran from 296 to 641 and it closed at 596. It didn't look bad. And this morning, 580 to 589. It came down to 542, but it's still up at 582 right now. Or it came down to 542 and it's still up at 582 right now. So that one's not looking bad at all. So keep your eye on that bad boy, CRNC. It could possibly run up higher, and there's a lot of room. It's just at the top, but if it wants to get up and start curling back up into the top, just keep an eye on it, and it could move some more. I'm not saying jump into it unless you know it's moving up there. And our DJT is going to get set up to get cruising, guys. I'm telling you, this thing's just about to get rolling there. And it's up a little bit this morning. I think it's at 3060. Let me see what it's doing. It opened at 3084. It got up to 3140, and it's at 3060 right now. And that is today's date. So yeah, it's just sitting right there. It's in between that channel, and it is setting up, guys. And I'm telling you, DJT is gonna roll, and it'll probably get right back up to that $55 area and go right through it, and then just keep on going. So just keep an eye on this DJT. It's in the 30s and it's setting up to get cruising. So keep an eye on that bad boy. And drug has been on drugs, but it's dipping down. And it's honestly, it could be its base right here. Let me see. That's probably yesterday. Yeah. Yesterday could have been its bottom. Let me see if it's doing anything this morning yet. It is not yet. So I'll look at this today and see if it is trying to bottom out, DRUG, and we'll see what's going on with that. DXYZ, another one that's just a crazy one, but like I said, the chart actually set up, so it's a lot better. We're gonna wait for it to get some pullback into the lower 30s right there, and it'll be in a much better position. I'm not saying it's gonna happen today, maybe next week. Next week could be a little like I said, it's a holiday week. They either open up fired up or they just jump around. We'll be on it Sunday night and Monday morning and all week. So I'm just looking towards the future on this because like I said, you want to catch this at a better price. It just reset up and it's going to be a beauty, DXYZ, as it has been already. EYEN, we went over this last night. It's curling back up there. Actually, we went over it the last few nights here. And yesterday it did run up from 9 to 16. And today it opened at 14, went down to 11. It's at 12. And again, it's still curling up here and they bounce around as they curl up. It's going to have one of them big old fish hooks So it's going to be bouncing around all over the place, and we'll try to time it out. But it is trying to get out of the basement there, so I'll watch it because it has a crazy look today, and or yesterday, I mean, on here. No, that's today. It does have a crazy look today. So I'll look at this. I'll keep an eye on iNova, and I know I said that yesterday, and again, it's up over 11% because it's up a penny, and it's gonna it's setting up to do something. It's trying to get out of the basement. It's curling up. So just keep your eye on that one. And good old HUT is trying to get moving again. It looks like it wants to roll off that MACD. And again, this one should be coming down. And Bitcoin just said, nah, you can come up with me for now. So I would be careful chasing it, but it is rolling back up for a little bit. And it has that resistance up there at the 26s, and it's at 23.72. So just be careful with HUT, and it is going to, like I said, it'll get set back up. It'll run up, set back up, and do its thing, but it is running up now because Bitcoin is about to hit 100,000, and I'm telling you, it's going to probably top out. Solana's way up, and we'll go through them in a minute. IBG Innovation Beverage Group is running up here. IBG, let's see. It ran up really good yesterday, 82 to 143. Today it just opened at 130 and got up to 131, but it's sitting at that 130 right there. So it's not looking too bad. And you can keep your eye on that IBG. There's a lot of room. It's fairly new. It just opened September 27th, and it's a winery distillery in Australia. Not looking bad right there. IMTE. Let's see what this one's doing. That one was curling up really good. Let's see what it's doing this morning here. And that is yesterday's date, 115 to 122. Keep an eye on this bad boy. It's curling up with momentum. IMTE, that one looks really good right there. So that could be a potential runner for you. KAPA. This one was curling up right there yesterday. Let me take a look at it, see what it's doing today. Oh yeah, it did. It was rolling off yesterday. You could clear or the 2 days ago. This is yesterday's date, the 21st, and it rolled right off 144 to 189 and closed at about 176. And I would keep an eye on this thing because this looks really good. And it did it in the after hours because FinViz isn't set up. But like I said, you could tell it was going to roll off, and it absolutely did. And you could see it on my chart. So there you go, KAPA. But yeah, watch that thing for today. And how about that Lunar? We looked at some of these last night. These are if that's an aerospace and defense one, and I'm telling you, these things are set up, and it's kind of scary the way they're set up. They're not all set up the exact same, but they all want to just run. So that's an indication something wants to happen there. And I'll be keeping my eye on the aerospace and defense. We went through it last night, and I will definitely keep an eye on that and see what's happening as tensions escalate over in Ukraine and Russia and all that craziness. And again, I actually saw somebody write a report. It was the Daily Mail. Again, that's the only news source I look at. It's more entertainment. But they were saying the same thing yesterday I've been saying for days. Who the hell is running the White House right now? And who is okaying for Ukraine to be shooting these missiles off? And I didn't even realize Biden said, I guess they said 2 years ago. I'd have to go back and look at the article. I forget what the time frame was, but he said there was no way they'd be allowed to use these missiles and shoot them in the Ukraine. And then not wait 8 weeks before you're going to change the administration, you're going to start firing these things off in the Ukraine. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Of course, it's a politically motivated scenario here, and it just shows you how scary politics are. It's like that one last stab that they have to try to keep something going for them. It's kind of crazy, guys. I mean, they're willing to jeopardize everything. And I spelled it out during the Trump assassination. The banking system was setting up completely. That month before, and we went back through it. I'm telling you that it was going to be an assassination. They were going to shut that banking system down. You were going to go try to take your money out of Mac or whatever, and it wasn't going to work. And the glitch happened right after that. And we have to look at that one, whatever it was. I forget the name of the company right now off the top of my head. But and then that glitch happened. That was already pre-set up. They had to push that back 2 days so it didn't look too crazy. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, we were trying to update the systems. That was already set up. So I'm telling you, the money was already there. You could clearly see it. We went through all that before. But yeah, it's just scary to see what they are willing to do in politics to keep power. Kind of crazy, but I don't know why we're firing missiles or Ukraine is. And again, that's a whole other story. But MMA out the global group, this one's popping up this morning. It was setting up yesterday. It kind of looks like two different worlds between Finviz and my chart. I mean, you would think they were two different companies right there, but it did pop up today, 188 to 260. And or actually yesterday, I'm sorry, I thought that was today's date. That's yesterday, and it just crawled right up, and that even makes it more weird that the charts are that much different. So I don't know what happened in the after hours with that one, but it went nutty MMA. So keep an eye on that thing because it's probably going to have momentum. I would assume it's just not showing me anything right now. And that MTEM, I know we looked at it recently. It was curling up right there, and it's looking really good right there. Let me see what it's doing this morning. It did run up yesterday, 39 to 71, and today's 54 to 55. It's back to 46. I'll have to take a look at it because it ran up really nice, and it could just it could be getting set up again. So I'll keep an eye on that one. NNE, let's see what that's up to. There's so many big poppers here. Holy cow, I didn't even realize the list went that long. I thought it was almost done. I was like, wait, we're only in the ends. NNE, here we go. That one's up 20 or 72 cents. NNE, nano nuclear energy. And just look at the list difference between now and a couple weeks ago before the election. I mean, what a difference. I mean, we were flying through the list by like 7:10. I was done. It's almost 7:20. I'm still going through the list. It's kind of crazy. So NNE popping up there and looking really good. It ran up yesterday and it looks like it's keeping its momentum today as well. Let me see. PDYN. This one was up. Let me see. PDYN here. Yeah, it ran up yesterday and today it ran up 210 to 271 and today it's 218 to 223. It's at 217. I'll have to see how that one plays out today. But it did have a really nice run up there. PROC. Let's see what that's up to. Oh yeah, that one's good. That one popped up. Let me see what day that was, if it was today or yesterday. It looked like yesterday, but it's curling up. It ran yesterday 59 to 129. It was and it closed at 57 and then this morning it opened at 59 or I'm sorry, closed at 88 and then today it opened at 90 and that's where it's sitting, so it could potentially keep on running. It's just sitting there at that 90 cents where a little bit up, but yeah, that one don't look too bad at all. PROC and QUBT, I know we looked at this quantum computing and it's up at the top, and again you got to be careful with these. Let me see what it's up to. It's more of a momentum play, and that is today. I know it ran up yesterday, 378 to 531. Today, 476 to 520. It's at 478. So again, you got to kind of just find the bottoms on them and run them up real quick. And RMSG, let's look at that bad boy, Real Messenger Group, because that one looks like it went crazy not too long ago. I don't know. Hold on. RMSG. Let's see. When was that day? The third. Wait, that was a while. I don't even think this one's on November. I don't even know what's going on with this thing. Just kind of picked up. It stopped on September 13th and then just started back up this week. I have no idea what's going on with this. So I might have to look at this one. I'll look into that because it's a little odd. I'm not sure what happened to it. And that is RMSG and Rivian. Let's look at it because it's been setting up here. And I'm telling you, it's just getting set up. Just find that bottom, which was right around 9:55, and it will be getting set up and running relatively soon there. So just watch for any dips on Rivian and Sezzle. This thing's been getting crazy. It's all the way up at 446 and running in the top again. Let me see what it's doing. SEZL. Yeah, it definitely is running up there again. And that is yesterday. It ran from 399 to 460 and it closed at 454 and it still looks like it wants to go up into the top higher. So that is Sezzle, SEZL, and it's been running like crazy. And let's look at SIDU real quick. See what that's up to. Oh, that one is curling. That's another aerospace and defense one just curling up like crazy, guys. And I remember we looked at it about a couple days ago and it was just starting to curl up. It's making a nasty curl up. So yeah, this one looks wild. City of Space. I'm telling you, this thing looks great. November 21st, that was yesterday. What did they do? They just signed it, and the City of Space and Reflex Aerospace signed a letter of intent at Space Tech Expo. Oh, I don't know what the heck they're talking about, some satellites. I thought it was something real crazy. But, anyways, that's looking wild right there and setting up. This SKK, it bounced a little this morning. We were looking at it last night and said, look for that bounce. I had a crazy dip yesterday. This thing ran from 490 at open, went up to 1145, and then came down to 77 cents and closed at $1.52. I mean, that thing took a ride and a half yesterday. And then this morning it's 168 to 183, and it's back to 139 already. Holy cow. So this thing is wild right here, jumping around, but it did have that bounce up, and it is going to be setting up to get moving. And you're just going to have to keep an eye on them bounces because they're going to be wild as that thing sets up. It's crazy. SLXN, I'm pretty sure we looked at this recently. Yes, we did. And what is it doing today? It is uh 28 to 30, and it's sitting at 30. I know it ran the other day on the 20th, and it's not looking bad right there. So keep an eye on that. And let's look at SMCI. This is down 43 cents right now, but I have a feeling you're going to see it just got flat for whatever reason. I got to go back and see what the heat map looks like. But this thing should continue to move up there, SMCI. So we'll keep an eye on that. And STRL, Sterling Infrastructure, is curling back up. We thought it was going to roll back off, and it's going to, and it keeps running up there. And that is STRL and VRPX. Let's see this one. This one's up 45 cents. This one could be a really good momentum play right there. Let me see what it's doing. Yesterday, 66 to 129, and today 113 to 121. It's back to 103. So I'd have to look at it, but it did run up. That is today's price. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's like looking at two different worlds here, and I look at these charts. So that's why sometimes I'm like, wait a second. Again, I just go off of my trend spider. I trust it. And I feel like it's way more accurate than Finviz has been lately. So I have to go with that one and actually trust it. And yeah, so VRPX I'd have to look at, but on Finviz you would think it's still going to get into the top and go wild, and it's just not sitting there. WCT, Well Change Holdings, this one's popping out of the bottom right there. It's a Hong Kong company, WCT. And yeah, we might want to keep an eye on that. That's going to start cruising right there. 159 to 260. It's a 245, and it is bouncing up right there. It's fairly new to it. Opened up on not that day, October 2nd. So we'll keep an eye on that one. That's WCT and WORX. Here we go. Down 12 cents. I know it popped up yesterday. We were looking at it, I think, the night before. It was running up on the 20th, and it ran up yesterday. 165 to 275, and it closed at 213 today. It's at 213 to 217. It's back to $2. So Works may be pulling back out of the top, or it could be trying to bounce back up. I'd have to keep an eye on it. Let's go through crypto and the big caps real quick because that took a forever. And here we go. Let me look at these bad boys real quick. Let's see. I'll do crypto real quick. That one's wild. We already know that. So let me take a look at crypto. Bitcoin's at 98,850, and it's just cruising up there, guys. I mean, like I said, it's gonna hit 100,000. You can see it. Solana's at 259, and that thing's been cruising up there. And these things are just way in the 70, way at the top. They're gonna have to pull back. Cardano's at 92 cents. So the thing ran up like a maniac right there, went crazy. And Doge is at 39. This one's actually kind of setting up, it looks like, to run up higher. I think it's going to try to roll off and go up even more right there. That's Doge. It's at 39 right now. And let's see, Sheeb is up a little bit, 2%. And again, this one never really had a crazy run. It was pulling back. And I think Sheeb's going to try to make that hard curl up and start moving again. And let's look at WIF real quick, see what that's up to this morning because it was up a little bit. It's up 7 cents, back to 332. and it looks like it's trying to curl back up, it looks like. I'll keep my eye on it and see. I think if they all start going a little wild here, that one could run up and pull back again, but I'll keep an eye on it. And bonk, this one has just been going bonkers like crazy, but it is way up there. And I'm telling you, it's trying to go back higher. It's insane what these things can do. So there you go with that. And what's that other one? Floki, FLOKI. And that one is just building that base there and coming down. Like I said, this one looks like it's actually pulling back out of the 70, and it was way up there from it going on Coinbase. And let me take a quick look at the SPY and the big caps real quick because it got late fast here. And here we go. Let me take a look. And again, the heat map hasn't even changed. It's just pretty flat. So except for Nvidia's down, Google and Meta are down a little bit. But let's go through and take a look at them better. The SPY is down 43 cents. Um, I have a feeling it's either going to be flat today or it's going to just change around and go up, is what it looks like right there to me. So we'll keep an eye on that and see. I'll definitely be watching it. Apple was just up 44 cents. I thought it was down a little bit earlier, but it is up a little bit now and trying to crawl up even more right there. So it's at 228.96. And we knew Apple's been bullish right here, and it is still setting up to get rolling. So maybe it pops up a little bit more. We'll keep an eye on that. Google, that was pulling back, and it still is. We thought it would. And again, Apple was looking great, and a lot of these were pulling back, and we're letting them. Amazon, the same exact look. Let it pull back. They're just setting up right there. And next week, they're going to be set up probably perfect to start looking for them bottoms on a short week. And then after that, after the holiday, after Thanksgiving, these things are going to get flying. So Meta, the exact same thing, just a little bit of pullback look, nothing crazy. We knew this last night. Microsoft, MSFT, just hitting that bottom line and let that set up right there. And Tesla was kind of doing the same thing, but we thought it was going to try to roll off. It's not even rolling off yet and still trying to get into the top. This thing is an animal. So it's making a base up here in the 330, 340 area, 339, 340. And it's going to probably roll off that MACD, go back into the top, and keep on running. So Tesla's just wild right there. And there you go with them. Our Mag 7. Let me go ahead and look at the messages real quick and see what you guys want to see first. And let's just take a look. Elab, let's look at that. No, I did not look at Elab yet. And I was looking at it this morning. It looks like it has like a bottom look on it now. So let me take a look on mine. Yeah, I mean it does. It's just right there. I can't imagine it not getting set up to try to move. It's just running flat, and even on both of them, it looks like it just wants to do something. And that 20 and that hard line are about to meet up very soon. So I'm telling you, Elab is looking good. NUGT, the old gold ones, the gold miner bull, it's up $1.21, just as we thought, and it's curled through and getting rolling. We were looking at them, and that bottom was down here at 37, and it's at 45, and gold is looking great. We know that. So there you go. Luis Rodriguez definitely looking good this morning on that one. KWE. Let's see. This one is right there. It's up 5 cents. And there you go. This one should start moving, green thumbs. I like it. I know we looked at it the other day for you, and it was starting to set up. I remember saying it, and boom, you're run up from 80 to 88. And the other day it was down here in the 54 area. It was its low. And I remember looking at it. And yeah, the last couple of days it ran up for you. And I know you were looking at that. So let's see if it can continue moving up. It doesn't look bad. But again, you got to be careful with these cheap ones because they can have the rug pulled out underneath of them really fast there. So that's KWE, CRKN. Let me take a look at that. Here we go. That one is up 7 cents. And oh, yeah, that one's curling up. It ran up yesterday. I remember we were looking at it. Let me see on mine. CRKN. It ran up the 20th. It also ran yesterday, 117 to 122, and it pulled back there. And then today it looks like it's trying to roll back off on mine. So it does look good to try to bounce back up on CRKN. I would keep an eye on that one right there. And QMCO, let's see what that one's doing this morning. QMCO, that Quantum Corp. It's at it looks pretty good right there. Let me see. Oh yeah, that thing looks real good. Quantum Corp 415 to 477 this morning, and it's at 438. But yeah, that thing looks really good to continue up and keep on moving. So keep your eye on that thing, QMCO, because that looks really good right there, Jonathan. And let me see anything else. I think I got all them. I know we did SKK. Let's look at that KORU because that one was getting set up. It's not doing anything, but that one looks really good right there. So keep an eye on that. Laptop travel just popped that. That's hilarious. Laptop travel to we were on the same wavelength on that one. I mean, literally 12 sec. I said it and it popped in. And you couldn't. You had to have been already writing it and posting it as I was saying it. That's pretty wild. But yeah, KORU is looking beautiful. I would love to go through the laptop lowdowns, but I'm not gonna have time. Actually, you know what I'll do today? I'll go through them. I'll post each one and do it that way. And because I'll have a little bit of time this afternoon and I can do that. And I know a lot of them are set up. So I was going to go through the list and kind of consolidate things, get ready for the holiday week, and really get ready to like start crushing, just really pinpointing the ones that absolutely want to move and really just nailing them down like this KORU. This one wants to move. You could tell the Yang, that one wanted to move. I mean, we're getting pretty precise with them, especially these big cap ones. I mean, if we're a day or so off, we're a day off, but I mean, it's not much. And we can pretty much crush them. Obviously, the penny stocks, we're pretty damn good at them, but they're volatile. They jump around like a CETX. I mean, it jumps up, it looks great, and then they throw a reverse splitter on it, and boom, it just like crushes it. As a matter of fact, let's see if it's doing anything this morning while I mentioned it. Just down that 5 cents from last night, yesterday, I mean, and let's see, the 22nd, 14 to 15, and back to 14. Yesterday, it opened at 22, up to 26, and came down to 13. And the day before looked great, 19 to 26. And yeah, it just it they just threw a reverse split on it as it started catching momentum and just destroyed anybody that was in it. So that really sucks. And that's why the penny ones, again, I was talking about this last night. I've realized that, they are fun. You can have a lot of fun. You can hit huge percenters with them, but you got to be able to trade them smart. Some of them, and I've been picky with a few of them that you're like, oh, that one's definitely going up. And again, as it goes up, my rule is hits 100%, just get out of it. You can scale out your 20/80, take your 80%, keep 20 in, and let it ride up a little higher. But once they hit 100%, you just have no idea. And where the hell else are you getting 100% returns like that in like a day or so? So, I mean, if you do it like that, you can really crush them. And I found that that was the only way to really trade penny stocks and almost set the buys early. So, I'm telling you, laptop travel says 100% as well. He knows he's been trading a long time. And like I was saying last night, I did a whole thing on it last night. So if you want to listen at the end of the show, I was talking about the mindset and all this stuff. And that's why the hedge funds just don't do them because you got to be so, so fast with them. But they are fun. And again, they're great to watch and learn. They're great training exercises. And that's why I love them. I obviously used to trade them and shifted over to the big caps. You can see how much easier they are. I mean, look at the Yang. We looked at that thing down here, said, oh, it's going towards that 90. It's at 84 today. I mean, almost every single big cap, we know where it's going, and it does it within the time frame that we want to do it. And if you can do that with your options, and like I said, I've been doing it, I'll make the video for that. You can really destroy it and you'll never want to look at a penny stock again because again they'll make your head explode because you got to be so fast on them. So that's why I was talking about that last night. And discuss it this morning for a quick second. But there you go. And again, I'll do the laptop lowdowns because I know there's just so many great ones, and it's kind of flat this morning. So I'll definitely hop on in a little bit. I'll take drop off my little guy, come back. I want to upload all these videos too for this week, and I'll go through a bunch of stuff. So just keep an eye out. And like I said, I'll go through some of the list and see if anything's popping up like that KORU, and I'll post a couple of them that are looking really good. And we can get ready. Like I said, next week could be popping. It could be a little weird, but after that, it's going to be setting up to get wild. So that's what we're looking at. So there you go for our pre-market. And I did the big caps. The only thing I didn't make is the laptop lowdowns, and I apologize, but I will knock them out for sure. And like I said, if you guys want to see anything else during the day, just let me know. I'll be back on real soon, and I'll be pumping out the videos and doing a bunch of stuff. So I was planning on getting that stuff rolling today and then working through it all weekend. So just shoot me a message or anything, and I'll respond. And there you go. So just have a great day, everybody. Lock in those profits if you're trading today. Trade smart, of course, and let's get set up and really start crushing these markets. And again, crypto's insane, and Bitcoin's going to hit that 100,000, but we're going to have to keep an eye on it as it does, because they're going to have to pull back a little bit and then to set up to go higher. So there you go, guys. Have a great one. Green Thumbs, Laptop Travel, W. Eileen, Luis Rodriguez, East Coast Beach Girl, Miss Magdadonian, and Quid, and Bong Pre-Chan, and Sherry, and Penny, and Jay Kratz, and Jonathan, Buddy, Joseph J, Natasha, Matt, Oil King, Michelle, I don't know, I said that wrong, Barbara, and everybody else that was on. I greatly appreciate you guys hanging out. And again, just let me know if you want to see anything, and I'll break it down for sure. So have a great day, and I'll see you guys later.